After patching up the issues over the last few days, the Skyblock admins have finally let us see what comes next, and it is absolutely game changing. My name is Derailious, and welcome back to Skyblock News, and let's launch right into this. To start off here, if you look at my tab menu, you may notice that there's now a number next to my name, and this is my Skyblock level. It's not particularly high, it's not optimized, but it's something that every player has. And if I click on the Skyblock Levels menu, which is directly in your equipment and stats, you can see a whole level snake tree. So what does this actually mean? Well, the admins put out a little post that essentially sums it up. Your Skyblock level, along with the ways to gain XP, can be viewed in your profile. You need 100 XP at any level to level up, and your level is displayed in the tab list as well as your chat messages. This brings other content changes and additions as well, so we have to seek it out and test it, and it's being continually balanced. Some people are reporting that they're doing more damage following this update, but that's not the focus of this video. This video is mostly about the level system, and it's actually pretty intuitive, I think. So if I click here at the ways to gain XP, you can actually see, well, how to get all of it, and it's a lot of different things. Skill level ups, Slayer level ups, Catacombs level up, class, museum progression, and not in the way you think, boss progression, fairy souls still have a value here, collections, commissions, etc. All of these things on screen now directly affect your Skyblock XP, and honestly, they're not bad at all. I think all of these things are pretty wonderful, and I want to keep in mind that a lot of the stats here are being replaced, or were replaced, from the ones that were formerly from the fairy souls. Fairy souls no longer give any actual stats, they just give you XP, which I think is much, much better. The biggest way people are going to earn XP here are going to be museum rewards, which have been changed a little bit, and now really only give you Skyblock XP aside from the other things it also, sort of gives you. But as you can see, each donation to the Skyblock Museum gives you a small amount of XP. Now, a lot of people were kind of upset about this. They were saying, well, now I'm basically required to use the museum, but I don't really think it's that bad at all, because this is just the amount of donations, and there's a lot of items in Skyblock which aren't particularly good, which you can just put in the museum for cheap. I don't think this is going to be something that really hurts the endgame player base or mid-game player base at all. I think this is just going to be something that you're going to have to spec into, which is fine. It's just another pathway for the game to grow, which is more than okay. Moving into the next part here, you may see that my health is a lot higher than usual, and that's because of Skyblock Levels. Once again, every single level gives you 10 health, which I personally think is a little crazy, but at the same time, if they want to do it that way, that, works fine with me. As you can see, each 10th level gives you a certain amount of health, strength, and defense, and you get certain prefixes or things of that nature accessed at certain level intervals. So as you can see, if I go to 50, you get a green level prefix, and if I go up to, I think 120 has another, but I'm going to make sure right now. Yeah, 150 has the purple level prefix. So all of these levels have specific things that they allow you to do, at least the, 10th interval ones do. Finally, we have the Elite 500, which is a collective of 500 of the best Skyblock players. It actually says click to view the Elite 500, but you can't currently do that because there's not enough players being calculated. But when we do end up finding out who's the actual Elite 500, I think it's going to be pretty cool to keep track of that list, and the special tag that these players get is going to be pretty nice for them as well, showing off the hard work that they put into the game. I really like this feature, and I hope it gets further included within the game. Another small tidbit of information is this new Lost Adventurer here. They seem to be talking about the fact that they're not necessarily from the hub island, and that they're very lost, and that their home is here, but it's been a long time since they've been there, and they've essentially been out of time. They want to be told where to go to find their home, but this seems to be like a quest line that's going to relate, quite obviously at least, to the rift and to the calamity and whatever is behind the mountain. Before wrapping up here, I do want to talk about a couple arguments I've seen that I don't really agree with. The first one is pretty simple. People are upset that we actually have to use the museum more. I don't really feel like this one is warranted. Like, yes, I don't understand why certain things are locked behind the museum as much as they are. However, this one kind of makes sense. It's not really based off of museum value, instead being based off of how much of the game have you experienced and how much are you able to collect two of, I guess. In a way of having one of them in the museum as a soulbound item and the other as your main item. I personally think that's really cool. I wouldn't be that surprised if people started stocking up and buying on lower tier items just because they want to get this thing done. But it is a pretty simple system for showing how much of the game you've really collected. Now, the other point is people saying that this will lead to people bullying each other or making fun of each other just because of their level. Skyblock players have made fun of each other for literally everything in the past. Skill average, weight, whether or not they're a non, whether or not they have a green name, a blue name, an orange name, a red name, it doesn't matter. People have made fun of each other for literally every reason under the sun. This is not going to change that, and I don't think it's going to make bullying like worse on the network or something like that. Overall though, my name is Derailious. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Join my Discord down below if you want to keep up to date with my content. And look to the future, fellas, because I will see you then.